Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on my hand care favorites. Recently, obviously, we're all using a lot of hand sanitizers, which can really dry out your hands. And I think, as always, hand care is super important because your skin is your, first barrier of defense against like germs and things. And it's important to keep your hands in good condition so that skin barrier is going strong. And obviously, it can be really uncomfortable when your hands dry out from like too much hand sanitizer and just like doing things around the house and things like that. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite hand care kind of products that make sure my hands survive all the hand sanitizer and washing and cleaning that I have been doing in my life, and hopefully these tips help you out with your life too. Also, I just wanted to mention that it's important to try to minimize the amount of washing that your hands go through, other than obviously having to clean your hands. Like when you're doing the dishes and things like that, try and wear gloves if you can, or if you're out in the garden or you're doing something that's like a bit rough on your hands, protect your hands when you can, so that you minimize the like a rough rubbing and things that are harsh on your hands, like detergents and things like that, unless of course you're using like sanitizer or cleaning them for like purposes. Okay. Oh, I'm going to get straight into it. I don't have all of the products that I'm going to mention today here with me at the moment, but I will put up pictures of them as I go. I'm probably just going to like fill the whole screen with the picture because that's the way I edit. The first thing I wanted to talk about is moisturizing. So it's so important to moisturize your hands as well as sunscreen. I do also put moisturizer on my hands as well, just because it's really important to keep them like hydrated when I'm like drying them out all the time with all these like alcohol kind of sanitizers and stuff. And my favorite hand cream at the moment is this kind of all over like multi-purpose balm. This is from Sunbum. Sunbum, please sponsor me. I use your stuff all the time. This brand is just like one that I use a lot of their products from, and this is from their baby bum range. And so this is like pediatrician tested as well. If you're like using this on kids, you can do that. So it's a coconut balm, and it comes out, I'll actually show you, it comes out like a little coconut oil kind of scented and consistency, kind of Manoi coconut oil, aloe, shea, and cocoa butters, vegan, plant-based, and mineral oil free kind of little hand moisturizer, or all over multi-purpose balm. And you can use this for anything really. It smells so good and it melts into the hands really nicely. It's a little bit, I don't want to say this in a negative way, but it's a little bit on the oilier side. So I really like to wear this before bed, just like let this really absorb into the hands. And I just really feel like it does a good job at like deeply replenishing the moisture in my hands when they get particularly dry. I'm a student nurse, and so when I'm on the ward and stuff, I'm sanitizing my hands all the time, and I always feel like when I'm on placement and stuff that I come home with the driest hands ever from doing my moments of hand hygiene on the ward. And so I do feel like this makes a huge difference. Every night I come home and slather my hands in moisturizer to like revive them a bit. If you're not someone who's into coconut oil, because I know some people aren't into like coconut oil, or maybe there's another ingredient in that you're not as into. I also really like vitamin E cream. I use that on my face all the time, and pretty much any like moisturizer that I use on my body I do use on my hands as well, but I do prefer something thicker on the hands. So if I can, I'll go for something thicker on the hands than I typically use like a more milkier lotiony thing on the body. I'd use like a thicker kind of cream on the hands, but anything will work. Just rub it in and let your hands absorb that moisture, because it does make such a difference. I feel like taking care of your hands, it's like something you see all the time, and when I look down and I see my hands like really crusty and dry, I'm like, oh, I really need to take care of my like skin better. And when I see them all moisturized and looking nice and stuff, it makes me feel like I'm taking care of myself better. The next thing I wanted to talk about is cuticle care. For me, my cuticles are the area of my hand that shows like damage or like dryness the most. And so I have a couple of products that I have listed for mentioning to you guys today. The first one is one that I actually learned from my sister, and this is from The Body Shop. It is their almond oil. So I'll stick in a picture here. There are other brands that do like cuticle oil like this. I know that some nail polish brands such as Sally Hansen do cuticle oil in a little nail polish bottle, or other brands do pens like this as well. This product kind of comes in a stick, and what you can do is you just rub it around your cuticles, and then you can use your finger or the little like squeegee bit on the end of the pen and just like rub it in, and I feel like it makes such a difference. I hate when my cuticles like peeling or like just the worst. So I really like to try and take care of them as best as I can, because otherwise as soon as it starts like getting dry, I like start picking at it, and it's no, that's not cute. So I try to not do that, and so I'm like moisturizing my hands this whole video, so hope you don't mind. But yeah, I like to do that, and I like to really, when I apply these like moisturizing products to my hands, I like to really rub them in. Like through this whole video I'll be rubbing it, because I just feel like it gets it more soaked into the skin if I'm like consistently rubbing it. I just feel like it also like massages it into the dry areas more. I don't know. The next cuticle product that I would like to mention today is the Burt's Bees Cuticle Cream. This is my favorite cuticle cream, and the one that I've personally been using the longest. I feel like it makes the biggest difference to my cuticles out of all the products I use. It kind of comes as a thicker consistency. It's kind of a thicker cream, and you really massage it into the cuticles, and I feel like the combination of massaging it into that dry cuticle area, as well as like the actual like really nice lemony product combined, make a huge difference for my cuticles. I'll stick in a picture of it here.
I purchased mine from Priceline, but you can get it at other places as well.
Sorry if you can hear my family in the background, but yeah, it comes in a tin, and it's a really small size, like this kind of big, and I've used up multiple of these previously, and it makes such a difference in my like nail care and like hand care routine. I take these with me in my bag a lot of the time, and it just really revives the look, and also makes your nails look really good. With all these like cuticle and like moisturizing type products, I also make sure that I'm like getting them over my nail as well, because like they kind of give the nails like moisture and make them look like shinier, healthier, brighter, if that makes sense. So yeah, I like a little bit of sheen on my natural nail, so I do let the moisture kind of be rubbed into my nail as well. I don't like massage it into my nail the way I would on my skin, but I do like it when my nails are a little bit like, I don't know, feeling moisturized. They're not too dry. And then the final cuticle cream I have to talk about is from Lush, and I haven't tried this one out before, but I feel like it's a very similar vibe to the Burt's Bees one. So I've been meaning to try it out, but it's the Lush Lemony Flutter Cuticle Butter. So I believe it's a similar vibe. The one I mentioned from Burt's Bees is also like a lemony kind of creamy product, and so I feel like the Lush one is like a similar vibe. So yeah, I really like the concept of like a lemony kind of cuticle product, so these two are both interesting to me. So I like looking outside because my dog's out there and she's like wandering around following my mum, and my dad's on a phone call. Sorry if it's really noisy. It's a busy household. Okay, so those are all the things. I'll stick in a picture of that Lush product here. It looks really cute. Comes in one of those little black jars.
Here are some screenshots from the Lush website. Although I haven't tried this product myself, I've heard reviews from other people and they say it's really good, and I love lemon cuticle things.
And the last like kind of area of hand care that I have to mention to you guys today is nail care. So I feel like nails also make a huge difference on my hands. If my nails are looking like really like, I don't want to say dirty, but like uneven, they're not looking well cared for, I look down and I'm like, they're not cute. I like to have cute nails, even if that just means having like short, tidy, clean nails. I feel like it does a lot for the appearance of your hands in general, and like when you're like giving someone like, I don't know, money at the shop, they can see your like nice nails, and it does make a difference to me. It's not the biggest deal, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to mention some nail care products. If you wanted to see a whole video about like how I paint my nails, all that kind of stuff, I have so many nail related videos up on my channel already. So I'll just mention a couple of like basic care products that I enjoy. I really like using a nail brush, so I usually do that in the shower, or sometimes if my nails like looking really dirty, like I've been in the garden or something and like they've got dirt on them or something, you can use a nail brush just scrubbing underneath the nails. I'll stick in a picture here.
This is what I mean by a nail brush. They're cheap and you can get them like everywhere, and there's lots of different kinds.
And this is just like kind of a scrubbing brush where you can just scrub underneath your nails and get out any like dirt or anything. I also really enjoy for like trimming my nails. I like to use both nail clippers and a crystal nail file. Both of my favorites are from Manicare. Manicare is like a brand that we have here in Australia that's available at like our chemists, like drugstores you could say. My crystal nail file is definitely my favorite just because you can shape your nails and it doesn't leave any rough edges or anything. And the nail clipper is kind of better in my opinion when I have really long nails and I want to like trim them all off. Like sometimes I grow out my nails and then I have to do something for being a nursing student, and obviously I can't have long nails as a nursing student, so I have to cut the whole thing off, and that's when I bring out the clippers and just like take off like a centimeter worth of nail until they're like short again. So yeah, I like them both, but for different purposes. If I was just to shape a nice long nail and I didn't want to remove a lot of length or anything, usually I just go in with the crystal nail file instead, just to like give some shape. And then if I wanted to like hack off a long amount of nail or like really do some drastic shape changing, then I'd bring in the clippers. The clippers can sometimes leave a little bit of a rough edge though, just depending on like the way you clip it. So I do like using the like crystal file to smooth down any edges and make sure it's all like perfectors and stuff. Even if I do hack off a lot of like nail length with the clippers, I do like going over it just to finish it and make it look smooth and like even and like rounded the way I want it to look with the nail file as well. Also, I like using the crystal nail file over using an like a throwaway like disposable emery board kind of thing, because the crystal nail file is reusable. It just lasts forever unless you snap it. I snapped mine. Don't snap it. I don't know. I always feel like I don't know. I don't know how I snap them, but I still use them after they get snapped in half because like as long as you're careful with the sharp edge, like it still works. So I've been using mine that's snapped in half currently, but I'll stick in a picture of a pair of nail clippers in a file that I'm talking about. You don't have to get the Manicare brand, of course. That's just the one that's like super accessible to me. You can get any brand that's easy for you. Those are just the ones that I've been using and that I enjoy. But yeah, those are all of my favorite like hand care favorites. These are my hands. There's nothing crazy special about them. They're just a bit moisturized now. But yeah, that's all I have to say today. One more thing is take off your rings sometimes and make sure it's like all good underneath there too. I don't know. I just don't want personally to get like my rings stuck on me. Some people leave their rings on and they can't take them off though. That's fine too. I just like can't wear rings for being a nursing student on the wards, so I take them off from time to time and just like make sure.
This is the crystal nail file and clippers that I have. You can get any brand. This is just what the ones that I have look like, and I like these ones.
But yeah, those are all of my hand care favorites. These are my hands. Ta-da! I don't really have anything crazy to say about them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you have any nail care or hand care favorites that you think I should know about, please let me know. I'm always down to hear your opinions or learn about new products from you guys. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. I'll be doing some DIY kind of videos coming up soon, like, you know, body scrubs. You could use a scrub on your hands as well, but I don't really go for a scrub on my hands because I don't really have crazy hand scrubbing needs, but we'll be doing some body scrubs in the future that you could use on your hands as well, and I'll be doing some other DIYs. I usually do a lot of makeup tutorials on my channel, but I post other stuffs too, so if you'd like to see more things from me, please subscribe. I upload very frequently. You can become a member on my channel by clicking the join button down below if you'd like to see even more exclusive content from me, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!